Welcome back to Supermarket Simulator. Back into the supermarket we go. We're going to be adding some shelves today. Some new additions are coming. We have $2,800. I think our stock is doing pretty well. I think we bought a whole bunch of stuff at the end of the last episode. Let's go see. We do have some stuff in here stocked up. We got plenty of water. Plenty of salt, peanut butter, cereal, milk. Cereal there too. We got basmati. We got that stuff called the sugar. We got oils, bread, spaghetti. We got the red flour. No blue flour. I don't know what this is. Susu up here too. That one's full. That's why it was up here. I'm assuming. Okay, so it's 23 olive oil there. More spaghetti. Do we need 2 shelves of spaghetti? I guess we do. We got plenty over there, too. More water. There we got water all the way across the bottom. We're out of coffee, out of a lot of extra stuff. Should we go ahead and buy some more flour and whatnot? Very likely. Let's go ahead and pay the bills first, because that's the first thing that needs to be done, and then we can see what money we got left over to buy new shelves. Now, question is, do we want to buy the half quad or the full quad to put right in the middle, or do we want to do back-to-back big shelves in the middle? That's the question. And it's worth asking, because it'll change the way the store looks, right? It'll change the way the store looks. So maybe we should just get the half shelves. I think there's going to be more space on these. Later we can add different ones if we want, but we're going to get 2 of these. Purchase. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and get some more products. We got some cereal. We have some bread. We don't have a lot of extra blue flour. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those. Let's get... do we have any of whatever that is? No, we don't. The noodles. Just the regular, like, macaroni. Elbow noodles, I guess they are. I don't know. We have susu left over. We have water left over. We don't have a lot of cheese left over. Let's get 2 of those. Let's get 2 coffees. We got 2 spaces left. Eggs are actually up at the moment, but that's okay. We can do without it. Let's add 2 of those. All right, so that's our 2 spaces of that. Let's purchase. Let's go ahead and get 2 eggs. Talk myself into it. And then... I think that's it. I think that's all we really, really need for right now. All right, let's go grab our shelves. Boxes are just everywhere. I was going to say, you actually going to do anything today, buddy? Or and you know what? I just thought about this. We need 1 more of these shelves, I think. We've only got... Oh, we got $2,100 left? Holy crap, guys. We're rolling in dough. All right, there's 1 there. Can we... What is happening right now? Oh, I'm dragging a box with me. There we go. Can I put another shelf in right here? It's going to fit. It does. All right. So instead of doing an aisle, we can do that. I think that'll work. Farmer Groot, Celtic Moon, Kelsey, how's it going? I hope you all are doing well. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. And let's grab 2 more shelves. We got plenty of money. I say plenty. We don't have plenty of money. We got some money left, though. Let's go ahead and get 2 more of these. Oh, I forgot to purchase the eggs. There we go. Now we got the eggs. Give me that. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Right? I think that works. What is this? Flour? Is it full? I think it's full. Let's put it down right there. Let him pick it up. All right, and then this. Yeah, I think that works. Right? That looks okay, I think. All right, now what do we run out of the most? It's things that are only items of 8. So flours, the noodles, the spaghetti, stuff like that. We're going to add to these shelves right here, I think. Crystal, how's it going? Jacqueline, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, no, the deuce is loose. What's up, Gabe? How's it going, buddy? All right, so flour. We're going to do... Let's do that, I think. and then we'll let him finish stocking that up. We're gonna just space some stuff out here. What is this? That's coffee. Okay. Eggs. And we don't really need the eggs. That's cheese. Can't do really anything with the cheese. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Get those in there. We may have to order some more of this stuff that we're about to do this with, but that'll be okay. I don't mind. Spaghetti. I don't know how many was on there. We'll add 3. I need one more. Let me move one of these probably. There we go. Move one of those for spaghetti there. Okay. We've got, the cereal tends to go pretty quick too. We'll have space left over if we decide to do so. Basmati. No, not basmati. This guy. The pasta stuff. There we go. I am doing well. I appreciate you guys for asking. Yep. I'm doing fine today. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm just adding some more of these items that go fairly quick, it seems. Blue flour. And I think that was it, right? That's all we were going to add to this shelf. I think that's it. All right, and then we can add what do we want to add next, guys? I don't know. We need to add something over here. Let's do more cereal and susu over here probably, or I can't use this box. We could move the sugar one over. Do I have an empty box of cereal? I do, but I don't. Yeah, let's take this. Let's take this. Let's go move the cereal over to. Now, I want to move the cereal to where the susu is. Let's put that down. All right, let's go grab up. Let's see if we have a box of susu somewhere that that's not full. We do, I just can't reach it. There we go. All right, we can take a few at a time and do this. This will be okay. All right, so let's grab, let's do this. And now we should be able to grab the whole shelf. And then the whole shelf. Hopefully he doesn't come restock this while I'm working on this. Actually, let's put that down for a minute. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, he came and got the empty box too. Look at him go. All right, so there we go. There's that. And then we're going to add, yeah, we'll leave that for cereals. Do we want to add like peanut butter and salt? I think we probably should add them over here and just move these off the shelf. Like I'm rearranging stuff again, I know, but they're just in a weird place, right? Peanut butter it's next to coffee, it's below spaghetti and above elbow noodles and rice. Like that just seems weird. We need to move the salt and the peanut butter off the shelf, I think. Probably not a bad idea. I don't know how many is in this box. 3. Perfect. Okay. I just threw away the rest of my stuff. Did I really? Crap. It was only 3 boxes, right? It's fun. It's fun. It's okay. It's okay, I think. I hope. Move that tag completely. I did, yeah. I did. I threw away a box with products still in it. I absolutely did. You're right. Somebody actually mentioned that in the last stream, too. It was like, hey, be careful because you'll throw stuff away. You were absolutely right about that. I absolutely did just throw stuff away, yeah. All right, there's that. Let's add some peanut butter over here. There we go. We'll take this up. Okay. Let's leave that shelf empty for now. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I did throw away a box with 3 sugar in it. You're saying you don't make salted peanut butter coffee sauce for your pasta? Strange. I know, man. Everybody should make that, I feel like. All right, so these are full of stuff that we run out of pretty quickly. There's probably going to be another pasta or something at some point to add right here, so we're going to wait until we do that upgrade. And then once we do that upgrade, we've got 4 more shelves to put items on. Technically 6 more. I think the one thing we're probably going to need is another cooler of some sort. All right, so Frank is done stocking stuff up. Let's go ahead and spend. Yeah, see, we're out of. We've used all of this stock so far. Let's go ahead and buy some items that we just added. So let's get let's go ahead and get those. Get both of those. Some more susu because I'm an idiot and I threw it away. And then some more of these. That's 8. I need one more something to be 10. Spaghetti, probably. Yeah. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and buy some more, too. We got $1,400. Like, usually I'm out of money at this point. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some more salt added. We'll add some more oil. I think we still have plenty of peanut butter, so we're not going to worry about that too much. Let's get some more... oil, I guess. Another box of cereal, maybe. Let's get a box of cereal and a box of coffee. I just added coffee, a box of tea. There we go. Okay, purchase. Now, we should be good. Frank can work on all that while we're going here. This should be fun. Open the store up. Let's turn the light on. Let's go turn the light on in the storeroom as well. What's up, Ethan? How's it going, buddy? Karsten, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, and now we just stand behind the counter and look at our added shelves. No more empty space in the middle there. You made that mistake before too. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think about it. I just throw stuff away, right? I'm just going. Like, go, throw stuff away, don't care. Carson Quinium with 39 months as a member. Much appreciated. Hearts and plungers and golden TP in chat. Appreciate you, Karsten, for 39 months as a member. I can't believe it's been that long. I'm going to be honest. Like, that seems like a lot. That seems like a long time. I appreciate you, Karsten. Much appreciated for the support consistently on the channel. Much appreciated. Actually, I could probably make that work. Thai food uses peanut sauces. I could figure out something. Maybe you see something in the food and stuff in Discord someday. If you figure out a coffee salted peanut butter pasta sauce, I want to know about this. I want to know about this. $34. That is not the right thing. $34. Go. Yeah, if you figure out a sauce for that, $42. Share that recipe. I'd be interested in trying it. Peanut butter, $11. And then $31, you get $1 back. There you go. But yeah, that would be a heck of a recipe, I would think. And then you would have to share it on social media, like TikTok or something, so Chef Reacts will react to that, because I want to see his thought process on it. $25.50, you get $14.50 back. There we go. Yeah, I want to see Chef Reacts. I don't know, if you guys have never seen Chef Reacts, he's pretty hilarious. Usually does short videos, but they're pretty funny. It kind of sounds good too. Oh no, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 30, 50. I would have to try it because, I mean, I guess it could work though. Some of that flavor stuff, some of the flavor profiles there seem to go together sometimes, right? I just don't know about a coffee, a salted peanut butter coffee pasta sauce. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think you lost me with that one. I'm not sure about it. Big order, I'm talking about. Not really a big order. 47, no, just a lot of product being purchased. I eventually want to get to where we buy 2 of everything all the time, no matter what. We just order 2 of everything. 50 cents. There you go. I feel like the more shelves we put in, the more people we get through the store. Does it seem like that to anybody else? That's the way it kind of feels to me. And I could be wrong, but that's the way it feels to me anyway. Didn't buy the most expensive stuff we have, but it was still $87. And you gave me 88 for some reason. That doesn't even make sense. There are no $3 bills. Doesn't make sense. Can we petition to have the cheese stack up on the checkout counter? $16. I'll give you a $3.50 back. There you go. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. You are $38. Wait. Bread, that's $10. Man, I cannot believe... Oh, $10 back. I cannot believe 2 loaves of bread is $10. I should probably go check the price on that. Look, that's high. $69. Well, I mean, not really. Have you seen the prices of stuff lately? Like, you can buy the cheap bread for little or nothing, but you're going to buy some good quality bread. And yes, there is a difference. There is a difference. So, I don't know if you guys shop at Walmart or not. If you do, that's the only food place we really have other than like a local grocery store. We buy our meat from the local grocery store. But the rest of the stuff we get from Walmart, basically. It's cheaper most of the time. $1.50. So they have like the French loaves, right, for $1. And they go bad after a couple days, but that's because they don't have all those added preservatives and chemicals and crap in them, right? It's the best bread. Like, you can use it for like 2 days. And then it'll get moldy. You got to throw it out. Fantastic stuff, though. I like it. $25, $5 bill. How about it? $75, $50. Sweet. They use coffee in the yeah. So chocolate and coffee works. I'm just like thinking of it as a whole dish, right? It would be kind of weird. A bunch of salted peanut products. That's true. There is, yeah. $32.50, $7.50 back. Yeah, I mean there is a lot of different salted peanut butter style stuff. So there is a peanut butter, a pad thai sauce. Thai chilies, fish sauce, $51, no change. Thai chilies, fish sauce, peanut butter, soy sauce, brown sugar, and some concentrated coffee, espresso. Yeah, I've never had that, so I don't know. Crazy. Walmart is too expensive for me. Walmart's too expensive for a lot of people, but some of the things we get are cheaper at Walmart than they are at our local places, so we have to get them there. And then, like, Dollar General doesn't have some of the stuff we buy. So it's like we kind of balance it out and we go multiple places to get what we are buying as cheap as we can. No change, thank you. I've been baking bread for sandwiches instead of buying it. Bought a Pullman loaf? What is that? Oh, sorry. Sorry, lady, I wasn't even paying attention to you. I was on the phone, my bad. $88 back, 50, 60, 60, 70, 80. Just give you one of all, huh? Get you one of everything. 33 back, or 7 back. Go. These in there, sweet. $47, $12.50 back. $29.50. $13. Not gonna complain. We're back up to $2,600. I mean, we're closed, and there are still people shopping and coming in. So, this type of bread pan makes great sandwich size loaves. I think I've got something similar to that. I don't know what it's called, but I've got one. I still haven't made bread yet. I still haven't. I need to make some at some point. I guess I need to quit being lazy. Got to quit being lazy about it. Is that everybody? Nope, there's still 2 people in here. Guys, you don't know how good this is, right? It's way after 9. There are people still in here shopping. This is fantastic. This is great stuff. $72 right at the end of the night. 28 back. Oh, even bigger. Even bigger. Checkout at the end of the night. 70. Well, not even bigger. There's more products, I guess. $28 back. $28.50 back. There we go. All right, that should have been the last person for the night. How do I close the register? Close. There we go. Sweet. Got it. Done. I wonder if this corner shelf will get... Oh, it's an outside corner in it, yeah. We're not going to need an outside corner again. I don't know why I kept it. Do I have a stand mixer? I do. Yeah, I've got a stand mixer with the bread hook, believe it or not. And I still haven't made bread. Like, I've got it the easiest possible way I could go. We've got one of the... So years ago, I think it was for, like, our 5th anniversary, maybe. I bought Miss Deuce one of the big KitchenAids. Which seems... It seems stereotypical, but I use it more than she does. So I use it more than she does. I cook more than she does. So no, it's not the her place is in the kitchen, so I'm gonna buy you a mixer attitude. It's just a great product to have in your kitchen, honestly. Like if you're gonna spend some money on kitchen product, get that because that thing is worth it. Are we out of peanut butter? I think we're out of peanut butter. Oil. Not full. We'll go ahead and fill it up. There we go. And oil is over here. Right there. Go. More flour. That rack is full. Let's go ahead and just fill those up. Actually, let me take a couple. At least so they have some on them anyway. Yeah, he's still in here stocking. We're going to help him out. Help him out a little bit here. We're going to have to buy more. I think we're out of red flour again. We are. All right, we need more spaghetti. We need more blue flour. It's going to get more expensive to keep these completely full, but I don't want to not have stock in here. So... definitely want to keep that going. Let's flip the open sign there. We're out of peanut butter. We need more blue and red flour, more spaghetti. Yeah, we need some more things. It's after 9 though, so there's no point now. Let's just skip to the next day. Skip to the next day. Of course we didn't. Oh, we made $28 today after buying all of that. We still made $28 today, guys. That is insane. We paid the bills. We spent $800 on shelves. We spent $800 on supplies, and we still made 28 bucks. That is incredibly good. All right, flour, cereal, and bottled water are all up. Flour, cereal, bottled water. Set price. $3.42. We'll just leave that there. Flour, cereal. Which flour was it? Wow, $6.77. Let's set that to $6.50. And then cereal is up. How much is cereal up to? $6.70. $6.50 is fine. It probably went up 10 cents or something. $3.34. Eggs are down. Let's make sure our price is not too high. Yeah, see, $4.25. We're going to drop that down to $4. And we're about to stock up on some eggs too. And peanut butter. I've come across the easiest bread recipe ever. It calls for rye flour. Just use additional regular flour instead. You can just use additional regular flour instead. I'll put in the foodstuff page. Yeah, I'll take it, man. I've got Gargle's recipe somewhere. I think I lost it, but Gargle gave me his recipe a while back. It makes 2 loaves at a time, and that seems to be a pretty decent recipe. We're just adding 4 things of eggs just because they're cheap right now. They're cheaper anyway. We need to buy blue flour. Let's buy 8. I mean, I guess. Let's just go ahead and stock up on some of this stuff, guys. Matter of fact, we're going to leave this on sale. And that's too high right now. We're not buying more cereal right now. Let's just go ahead and stock up. I mean, a lot of this is going to be cheap enough, so. Yep. Let's get 4 more of those. Okay. I may not have a place to put all this. I'm just thinking about it, all the stuff I'm buying here. Let's get 4 of those. Let's get 4 cheeses. Get 4 coffees. Oh, we're out of space. What did we end up with? 2 coffees? Let's just take those off. We'll just add them to the next one. 4 coffees, and then we bought eggs already. Let's get 2 more milks, and then 4 more teas, and that should fill our cart up. $500. Okay. And then we're out of peanut butter again, so we'll go ahead and get 8 peanut butters. Again, we're not going to have room for all this, I don't think. That's too high at the moment, but I don't want to run out. We're going to let it go for the day, though, because I think we have plenty of shelves of it. It should be fun. What's up, Bob? How's it going, buddy? Let's get 6 of those. Let's get 4 more salt, because we're going to do 4 of each of these others here. 4 and 4. And eventually we're going to leave this number set, because... Alright, we've just spent like $2,000 on product that I don't know if we have room for. Let's go. Let's get the store open. We got to make some of this money back. We may need more shelves in here, too. Eesh. But we should have enough product now to last us quite some time. I didn't buy any flour because the price is too high for it. I didn't buy any cereal because the price is too high. And bottled water, I didn't buy any of that. But we have stock of that already, so we shouldn't need it. Checkout is open. Come on in. Come on in. The water's fine. What's up, Bob? How's it going, buddy? You mostly let the stand mixer work, and you wait for the bread to rise. See, I've never even considered that. That's a good point. That's a good point. You let the hook do the mixing, huh? I get it now. Only games I don't like work. Give you a like anyway. I don't know what you're saying. But if you don't like it, don't watch it. You know that by now. You've only been around since 2017. Yeah. I've played games like this on and off for the last 8 years. And you know that. So, yeah. Don't like it, don't watch it. There'll be something else for you you'll like at some point. Or not. Always the people that have been around the longest, they're the rudest. Like, that's just not something you go into somebody's stream and say, and especially if you've been around for 8 years, Bob. If you don't like the game, and you're gonna leave a like, then just leave a like, and then head out. There's no reason to be rude about it, though. $94, that's pretty good. 50 cents back. All right. $6. There you go. What's up, Voltage? How's it going? Wolfgang, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Come on in. Oh, I like this guy's shirt. I think that's a different shirt. I think I've seen that one, yep. Maybe. I don't know. $28.50. Got it. $18.50. Yeah, we need to run through as many customers as we can. As many as we can. We got to keep this. We got to keep some momentum going. I spent $2 grand on stock today, and if you don't believe me, if you just got here, check this out. Look at all those boxes. They're everywhere. Customers looking for a checkout, but the checkout is closed. My apologies. Open now. Come buy your expensive tea. I'll take it. $30.50. No change. Wolfgang, member for 21 months. Much appreciated, Wolfgang Tailchase, for 21 months membership support here on the channel. Store looks nice. I appreciate that. $60, no change. I think it's looking good. We're going to get some paint and some flooring and some... Oh, that had to go back. $74.50. Didn't buy expensive products, but you bought some products, which is great. There we go. Yeah, we're going to get some flooring and some paint, and we're going to really fix this place up at some point. I think we're about to get into the point where we need a cash register, but I can handle it for now. I think if we expand one more time, probably we may need it. $12.50, no change. Okay. Does anybody else give exact change if you pay with cash? How many people still pay with cash? That's probably a better question. If you're watching later and you pay with cash, leave a comment down below. Do you still use cash? Like, I use cash everywhere I can use cash because I'm not trying to be part of a cashless society. Like, that just seems like people can control where you spend your money, and I don't like that idea. So, Giving people more control over your personal life is not a good thing, regardless of what people say. It's never worked in the history of people. It's never worked out in a good way. Not one time. Not one time. Also, the caraway seeds are optional. I usually leave them out. Yeah, I'll probably leave them out too. I'll probably leave them out. So you can substitute just regular flour, or do you use additional regular flour for that recipe, Gabe? $64, $1 back. There you go. Posted bread recipe. Generally, I make 3 loaves from a bag of flour, so it works out to be much cheaper than buying pre-made bread. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. That sounds about right. Well, not only that, but it's probably tastier. Probably tastier. $38.50. Also, and it tastes better. Yeah, it does taste better for sure. Caraway seeds are optional. I probably haven't touched cash in 6 months. Yeah, so I stopped using cash for the longest. And a lot of times I'll use my credit card just because I get cash back on it. I'll pay for something, and then the next day immediately just turn around and pay it back off. It just, I mean, it's one thing to have a credit card when you're running up debt. I've had credit cards for so long that they've all been paid off for years now. Thank goodness. I don't buy stuff I don't need or can't afford. So if I do pay for something, I just turn around and pay it back off. That way I just get the points. $41.50, which Dave Ramsey would absolutely hate to hear me say that. But that's okay. I don't really care. The basics of getting yourself out of debt, I think he has some good points on. But I do those anyway. So. $45, 55 back. There we go. But yeah, I use my card a lot, but I'll pay for cash everywhere I can. Like for the longest, I went without using my using cash at all. Like I just stopped carrying cash for years. And then I was like, you know what? No, less and less places are taking cash. I'm gonna start trying to pay for cash everywhere I could use cash, just to make them go, nope, we don't accept it. Not accepting legal tender is crazy to me. $54, no change. I finally got to the point where only debit I have is my mortgage. Now if I can pay that off, yeah, the only debt I have is my mortgage. Yeah, there you go, man. I mean that's the dream, right? That's the dream. I mean we still have debt, of course, but like just ridiculous credit card debt for ridiculous purchases. We don't have that. We just don't buy stuff we don't need. We don't have expensive car payments. Like when you can get yourself out of the mindset where you have to have something brand new or whatever, like life gets better, I think. We still shopped at dirt cheap for a lot of stuff, like a lot of electronic type stuff, until they closed it down. So I mean, I don't think there's any shame in any of that. If you can save money, save money. Corporations do not care. So $54.50, 50 cents back. There you go. I say that while charging people exorbitant amounts of money for a loaf of bread in this game. I don't know how long I've been around, but I do like your content. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm old school like cash. Yeah, I mean, I mean, so I used to be in and out of pool halls and used to go to the casino a lot and that kind of stuff. So I've always carried cash until the last couple years. I haven't, I mean, I stopped going to pool halls years ago. Don't go to the casino much. So it's like, for me, that's the world where you need cash on you, right? And I just stopped carrying cash because I stopped all that 10 years ago or more. So no change. There we go. Last customer for the day. We made most of our money back. We did not make all of our money. We made most of it back though. All right, cheese. It could be refilled. Let's go ahead and refill it. Let's help him stock stuff up real quick. Probably not a terrible idea. We've got lots of product just laying out here on the ground. We'll get all this done. I just spent a lot on renovating my bathroom, but it was needed. Yeah, no, see, stuff like that. That's different. I'm just talking about, like, buying just wild, outrageous TVs and surround sound systems. Is like, if you're gonna go into debt for that, is it really worth it? You know, it's like, is debt for the next 5 to 10 years, is that worth it? Or would you rather have the financial freedom to take that money and go spend a weekend somewhere at the beach or something, you know? Like, for me, that makes way more sense. Oh, not for me, but just in my opinion. It makes way more sense to spend your money and time doing it that way. But that's just my opinion. I mean, you spend money however you want to. It's your money. Do what you want. Also, not financial advice. I should probably start with that. This is not financial advice. Oh, he's got the oil. Okay, good. This is just my opinions on financial situations. I'm not a financial advisor, nor would I ever want to be, because people will blame you right away when something doesn't go their way. Don't want any part of that, thanks. Oh, that's an empty box. That one's full. There we go. Yeah, we shouldn't have to buy anything for a couple days now, I don't think. See, that goes there. Needed. We still have 2 small restaurants near that only take cash. Hey, that's great, Delaware Farmer. I mean, I think that's a protest in itself these days. Just refusing to take cards, and I know they lose a lot of business. I guarantee you, they lose a lot of business because they don't take cards. So that takes some strong will as a business owner not to take debit cards. What kind of video card for the new Farm Sim 25? That is an excellent question. Why do I have these split up like this? This seems weird. I don't know why that was split up. That was supposed to be on that shelf, not over there. Not like split into 2s. That was pretty strange. I don't know what exactly cards you're going to need. You could probably run it on whatever you're running now. I would assume, and assuming may be the wrong thing, but I assume you're going to need just a decent graphics card. One you've got now will probably do it. We do need another space for milk, don't we? Holy moly. We have plenty of milk. Don't buy milk again. Also, don't buy this pasta again. We got plenty of that, too. The space is full. What was that? Olive oil? Oh, this one. This one right here. Nope. Ah, dang it. Okay. Clear that tab, I guess. We'll let him put something else in there. I'm trying to help, and I'm just making stuff work out worse, I feel like. I've never bought a TV with anything but my checking account. Save up for it, treat myself, earn a bonus. TV in my bedroom is 15 years old and 720p. It's just fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, again, you do whatever you want to. Spend your money however you want to. I just don't see the need for being caught up in the next big, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. Like, people go out and buy the new iPhones every year. Like, cool, congratulations, you got enough money to do that, but a lot of people don't, and they do it anyway. And I've just never understood that line of thinking, but hey, man, to each their own, you know, whatever. I don't want it to sound preachy. I just don't understand it, I guess. It confuses me. Didn't I have eggs somewhere else in here? Maybe not. Let's put them up there. Oh, we already had tea over here, didn't we? Let's erase that then. I want to see how many more shelves we're going to need. Is olive oil full? Looks like it is. All right. Since I moved away from home 25 years ago, I bought 3 TVs and at least 10 computers, including laptops. Yeah, I mean, see? It probably needed. probably needed, you know? Like, I don't know too many people that just go buy a laptop just to be buying a laptop. It's like, I need an upgrade, mine doesn't run right anymore, whatever, you know? Like, to me, that seems reasonable. I think it said a minimum is 1080 Ti. Well, there you go. I had no idea, I'm gonna be honest. Eggs, right there. Sweet. Peanut butter is probably full. Yeah, he's already filled most of this. Peanut butters. Tea is slap full. There it is. Maybe be able to get rid of that extra peanut butter shelf too. Bowl is definitely full. Trying to help him get all this stuff in here so we don't have to worry about it being on the street. And if I need to order something, he doesn't have to sift through all this first if we run out of something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have to dig through all of this to get to stuff we actually need. Desktop you have now has got a 4090 in it. Doesn't it feel good, too? I mean, because you haven't overspent and all that kind of stuff, you can buy a new computer. And again, not saying that everybody's in that situation. I mean, sometimes you just can't help it, right? Like, I don't even feel like I'm being negative toward people that are just in debt, because sometimes you're just in debt and there's nothing you can, you know, there's no way to get around it. I don't think people are bad because they have excessive debt. I think people are bad with money when they have debt that they could have avoided fairly easily by just not wanting to keep up with the neighbors, you know, keeping up with the Joneses and whatnot. So yeah, no, I get it. Everything's expensive. We still have debt. Like I said, we just don't have debt that we don't need. I need more spaghetti and red flour for sure. Spaghetti, red flour. Do we have still have cereal in here? Also, when did we get 4 shelves of cereal? Oh, because we moved the Susu over. That's what it was. We still have cereal. We do not have Susu, though. Let's add... No, let's not add. Let's leave it. Let's leave it like it is. Let's leave it like it is. Let's start the next day. Let's go before I do something else. 43 customers, so we are going up slightly. Store points, 359. I think that might be the most we've had. We only lost $178 today, and we spent $2,000 on products. All right, so eggs are down and olive oil is up. Let's go check the egg price. $3.54. Going $3.50 on the eggs, and olive oil is up $8.13. Wow. All right, going up to $8 on that. We need more cereal, though. Let's go ahead and buy a couple of boxes of cereal, and then we'll start the day. We're not going to go crazy today on buying stuff. Just buy 6 of them. Say we're not going to go crazy. We're about to spend $200 on just cereal, though. You going in there with it? All right, cool. You go in there. I'll put these up, and then we'll open the store. How's that sound, Frank? Good? Cool. Got it. Oh, they're only... Okay, well, we'll go up there with them then. Probably going to need one more shelf, too, aren't we? We are, yeah. Cereal. So let's go up there. Go. All right, cool. Cereal is full. Everything is full. Oh, spaghetti and red flour. That's what I was going to get. Yeah, because we don't have any. That's why. All right. Spaghetti, noodles, and red flour. Down here, 4, and then 4. Another 250, so about $460 on product. It's not terrible, but it's still a lot more than what I was intending to do there. What you got there, Frank? You got spaghetti? No, you got flour. Okay. Okay. Don't throw this in the trash. Don't throw this in the trash. Well, my son had a stroke 16 years ago. We racked up crushing debt, several max credit cards to pay medical bills. We finally got it paid off a few years ago. Horrible system of the U.S. I'll tell you what, that's a constant argument. And I don't know how to put this other than to just sound rude about it. The U.S. doesn't have any money. We're $34 trillion in debt. The last thing we need is to pile on medical debt from taxpayers that shouldn't even be paying taxes. Taxes is theft. So I don't know how to solve this issue, but it's definitely not taking more money from people trying to work and afford stuff to pay for people to constantly abuse the system, because that's what's going to happen. So I don't know how to solve that problem, but I can definitely have criticisms of it. So while the system does suck, the answer is not taking more money from tax-paying people that can barely afford to live now to give it to people who are just going to abuse the system. We have enough of that already. Stop spending so much money on the military. I mean, that's a good idea. Yeah, we should just stop paying for defense for other countries, too. Stop spending so much money on other people's wars. Stop sending other governments money. Like, there's so much stuff we could stop doing to help that situation. Well, I mean, that too. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many reasons that we don't need to be spending money. The politicians get paid too much. Whether they think they do or not is irrelevant. They do. We shouldn't be giving any money to any other countries. I'm sorry, but that's just the thing. Everybody's like, oh, we can't drop out of NATO. Yes, we can. We absolutely can stop giving NATO money. We give the most money, and we don't have any. The U.S. is broke. We are $34 trillion in debt. We don't have any money. Also, the U.S. budget, the military budget is not even close to half. A lot of that is other stuff too. So we just don't have any money. So we could fix it. If nothing else, this is what I'd like to see. Right? This is a good. I decided I don't know how to fix the issue. You don't have free healthcare. Please stop. You don't have free healthcare. You have point of service healthcare, not free healthcare. There's a difference. It's not free. Somebody pays for it. Don't use free healthcare. That's not an argument. Somebody pays for it. What's up, Roxanne? How's it going? Instead of dropping out of NATO, we should have them pay for our defense. I mean, if somebody was giving money to the U.S., I wouldn't be mad about it. Nobody does that, though. We're the ones giving money to other countries. So, the medical system, if the government could prove to me that they could take care of people under the age of 18 first, I might have a better opinion. But nobody in government has ever made the argument, okay, nobody under the age of 18 is charged for healthcare. Nobody under the 18's parents is charged for healthcare. You take them to the doctor, they get seen, boom, done, right? Prove to me you can take care of the kids first, then we could have a discussion about it. But until then, I don't trust the government to stock grocery shelves. So this is not coming from a place of just medical stuff. This is just in general. I don't trust the government to stock a grocery store, much less anything else. They're just incompetent and inefficient in everything they do. Period. Everything is for optics and not the good of the people. Like everything. Oh, but they did this. They did it for optics. They don't care about you. For the people that think they do, I apologize. But truth of it, they don't care. They don't care. Yeah, I mean, if they could prove they could do something efficiently, I would be on board. But the quality of healthcare in the U.S. would be absolutely wrecked if the government got full control. It would be absolutely wrecked. 250. The medical system in the U.S. actually costs more for taxpayer per person than most countries in the EU, despite point of service healthcare. Well, yeah, probably, but also your stuff in the EU, you probably Well, you don't have to give any money to anybody. They just take it out of your taxes or whatever. The biggest issue with the U.S. is with the medical system is it doesn't operate. It's a business, right? But it doesn't operate like any other business. I can't call and go, hey, how much is this? Oh, it's this much? Okay, I'm going to go somewhere else then. And that bring down prices. I can't do that because the government will just foot the bill for people that go in, get it, and then don't have the money to pay for it. I don't have health care. I don't have health insurance. And people are like, oh, you can't go to the doctor. Yes, I can. That's silly. Of course I can go to the doctor. That's a crazy argument too. Oh, people in the U.S. can't go to the doctor if they don't have health care. Yes, you can. You absolutely can go to the doctor. But the crazy part to me is that we expect all these free things, right? Free. I'm using air quotes, free. Who pays the doctors? Do we just expect to have their labor for free? There's a word for that used to get thrown around a lot. Expecting somebody's labor for free is never acceptable. But who pays for it? The government pays for it. Well, then the government controls the scale of what doctors can make. Okay, is that a bad thing? I don't know. I'm not here to make a moral judgment on the doctors and their pay scale. But something I've noticed is that if you look in the U.S. at the amount of administration in hospitals, it's like 4 times the amount of actual doctors in the hospitals. So what it seems like to me is the medical system is much like the government system in the U.S. It's bloated bureaucrats sitting at the top at their desk and doing nothing but paperwork and telling people what to do and making weird regulations that have nothing to do with medical decisions at all, instead of actual people serving as doctors and nurses. So if we could get rid of all the extra bloated bureaucratic stuff in medical, the system would clean up a lot. Let's take that back. That's just my opinion, though. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just have really strong feelings about this. Everybody's like, oh, the U.S. government, the U.S. healthcare sucks. No, it doesn't. It's just expensive. I mean, it does suck now, actually. There's a lot more. There's a lot more doctors that just don't care anymore. It seems like. Hang on. What did Roxanne say? I moved to France and we have air quotes free health care, but I pay a lot more in taxes than I've ever paid in the U.S. I mean, people use that as an argument, but if you look at the price difference, like there probably is some sort of there's definitely data out there to support the fact that you would pay less for your health care if there was a slight tax increase than you do now, right? There's definitely data to support that. So yeah, I mean, I can see that though. And you still pay an additional 20 euros for it. Yeah, so I mean, there you go. I mean, you still pay a little bit more. Let me catch up with everybody for a minute. In Denmark, we have a free doctor in hospital, paid through taxes. Carson, it's not free though. Please don't continually perpetuate the free. It's not free. Your doctor's services are not free. Somebody pays for that. Guy's not he's not done yet. What did you not find something? Is that what you said? I thought I saw something pop up over his head. Oh, the register was closed. I didn't mean to close it. But yeah, it's not free. It's paid for by somebody. And if not, then there's a word labor, a word in front of the word labor to describe what that is if nobody's paying that doctor and he's being forced to render services. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to weigh the balance here, right? Like, would I love to see a better system? Yeah. But dude, our government's bad at everything. Why would we put them in charge of healthcare too, which they kind of already are? There's just no regulation on healthcare. There's no price regulation at all, which there shouldn't be. But there should be some guidelines on reporting prices. All right, they should have to be upfront. They should have a menu of how much stuff costs. That way you can cost compare and then take your business somewhere else. There shouldn't be any of this, well, this hospital doesn't accept this insurance. There's too many different insurances in the U.S. for that to happen. Like, if you have health insurance in the U.S., it should be accepted, period. Like, period. I don't understand that part either. So, yeah, there's a lot of broken stuff about it for sure. Pay it through tax, yeah. Yeah, and again, I'm not angry about it. People say free health care. That a lot of people overlook the fact that it's not free at all. So I think anyone under the age of 18 and over 65 should be free. I think our tax dollars, if the government's gonna steal our money by force, which they do, then absolutely anybody under the age of 18 and over 65 should be taken care of. Yeah, everybody working age can pay. Yeah, absolutely. Overbilling. Again, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no regulations on the payment side of healthcare. Dude, there are regulations on what they can charge for fuel. There are regulations on what they can charge for cigarettes. There are regulations on what they can charge for candy bars. But there's zero regulation on how much hospitals can charge you for services rendered. So there's no way to incorporate that into whatever makeshift form of crony capitalism we live in today, which is not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be free capitalism. We do not live in a free market in the U.S., regardless of what people may think or tell you. It's not the case. It is a crony capitalist society, which is not good. It's not working. Free capitalism, free market capitalism, is the only way forward. Where people don't like their business, they can take their business somewhere else. They can take their money somewhere else and spend it there. We don't have that today with medical system because... Take a wild guess. Because the government backs the insurance companies or backs their, was it healthcare.gov or whatever? They back people regardless, so they're going to spend the money regardless of whatever it is. Like, there is no regulation on it because the money's going to get spent regardless. I just don't see the point. Like, if we're going to have a free market society, let's have a free market society. If we're not, then say that, because the U.S. is socialist, regardless of what people want to think. A lot of people are going to disagree with that, but it is. It absolutely is. We have fire departments. We have police departments. Medical is, if unpaid, is paid by somebody, right? So if the military would quit selling matches, they would have more money. Like, Heavy D Sparks buys military equipment with barely any hours on it because it's not up to date. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you there. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you there. Speaking of doctors, I got the good news. Got news on how my daughter is doing 20 days after surgery. No more brace. They're replacing it due to me needing it for my next, for your next surgery. 6 weeks until she can drive. Hey, that's not bad. Her next surgery's preparing for it. Take multiple doctors. That's not bad, though. I mean, that's good news, I would assume. Denmark pays 56% in tax to have free health care and education. I mean, the U.S. has public schools. So we have free education up to high school, and then, I mean, you can get. There's all kinds of different grants and stuff you can get to go to a junior college. But what you would call university, right? Is a university here. People just call it college, but there's a junior college and then there's university college, right? There's like a 2-year junior college you can go to. I think most people would be better served in the U.S. to stop going after these big 4- and 6-year degrees and just go get some form of, what's it called? You know, welding, electrician, whatever. Go do something like that. Stop going and taking college classes and spending $200,000 for nothing, because all you're doing is wasting money. And you know it, too. That's the worst part. If you're doing it, you know you're wasting your money. You pay 37% of your pension to tax. I complain about having to pay 15%. Trade school, yes, Roxanne, thank you. Trade school, that's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah, go to trade school. Do something useful, right? Yeah, we still need people in tech. Yes, we still need all that, but we still need everything else too. And likely, you'll get paid to do it while you're learning. A lot of places pay on the job. And again, not financial advice, but you'll likely end up making more money because you won't be in debt. Just my 2 cents. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, trade school. Hey, we made $1,400 today, speaking of money. Yeah, I didn't want this to get preachy, but, like, the idea of free healthcare is just not, it's not it. It's not free. $3.97, let's go up to $4. Yeah, there's so many things that about the U.S. that I think generally people that live here just don't understand. I think people that live here don't even understand. Are we out of cheese? There's no way we're out of cheese. He does not get to it yet, maybe. Oh, no, we're out. Yeah, we're out of cheese. Holy moly. Okay. Market cheese. Cheese. There we go. Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get 4 more of these, I guess. Go. Almost out completely of cheese. Let's go make sure the bills are paid for the day. Go. $3,800. I'll take this and go stock up. Well, at least there's some on every shelf there. Throw that box over by the door. He can pick it up on his way through. Thank you. Card, $57. Sweet. Best friend had a bachelor's degree and couldn't find a job for 4 years. Meanwhile, my brother makes $30 an hour working construction. That's all I'm saying, man. Sometimes you got to weigh your options. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to weigh your options. Everybody brings some sort of value to the world, and everybody should be respected for that. But we also shouldn't gaslight into everybody thinking that they can do literally anything they want, because I was never going to be an astronaut no matter how much I wanted to be, right? I could never be an astronaut. I didn't meet the qualifications. But nobody told me that. I had to learn that on my own. Everybody told me, oh, you can be whatever you want to be. That's not true. That's not true. Don't lie to your kids. Prepare them for the world. Don't lie to them. Be encouraging. But don't lie to them. You cannot do at some point. I mean, when they're 5 and 6 years old, whatever. Let them be whatever they want to be. But don't lie to you. You just can't. Not everybody is physically capable or mentally capable of doing everything. No education needed, but he's only 19. I mean, he's doing better than most people I know. I know very few people that make $30 an hour. That work for somebody else. I should say that. Your son's about to pay $29K to attend JUCO this year. What is that? I don't know what that is. The Junior University of Colorado? $29,000 for a junior college? Gracious, dude. Mississippi State. That'd get you at Mississippi State. Thereabouts. Add a couple of grand to it. Junior college. Holy crap. Oh, junior college. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. Dude, $29,000 for a junior college. That is wild. I can't believe how expensive stuff is. Again, blame the government. I know what you're thinking. Well, how are you blaming the government for college prices? Student loans backed by the government. Blame the government. Playing baseball there? No scholarships, I'm guessing? And again, I mean, there is probably some way to justify the whole healthcare thing, of paying 3% more in taxes every year and not have to spend anything at point of service for our medical system. But it's big business. Big business tends to donate a lot of money to the government. So, you see where I'm going with this? I'm not directly saying it, but you see what I'm implying, right? Okay. Also, I'm perfectly happy. Just in case. Criticizing the government is perfectly legal in the U.S., but that doesn't mean it's not frowned upon by people in government, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, again, I think there's a lot of stuff we could work on. I think Trump's made elections in the U.S., and I think Bernie Sanders has also made some really good points about the medical system in the U.S. So I mean, there's quite a few things that can be true at once. No scholarships, $29K for junior college is absurd. Dude, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, that is, I mean, that is craziness. Yeah, again, though, like, here, Mississippi State, the Bulldogs, right? That's nearly what would get you here. That's crazy. $29K for junior college. Man. That hurts my feelings, and I'm not even the one covering it. Like, geez, dude. People at work also pay 37%, but plus 8% more for work. Wait, what do you mean? You mean they pay 37% on taxes for healthcare, but another 8%, like for their standard government taxes or whatever? Now, hear me out. I want to see something like that happen, because I don't want to be swamped in medical debt if something happens, right? Which is going to happen if anything does happen to me, because I don't have health insurance. Do I think there's a way to have a collective good? Yes. Do I trust our government and our society to do that? No. Because they can't do anything else without spending way more money than they need to. For instance, something like $8 billion was spent to build electric car chargers in the U.S. They built 3 in 6 years or something. So I just don't trust the government to do anything efficiently. So it's not that I know we need government. They haven't proven to do anything efficiently. You know what I mean? But do I think there needs to be some sort of societal way to help people that can't afford things? Yes, absolutely I do. I have no problem with that. Am I a constitutional conservative? Yes, because the one thing that I do believe in, that I'm conservative about, is our Constitution as it stands today in the U.S. So, can two things be true at once? Absolutely. Things are nuanced. People get way too wrapped up in my political side or your political side. That's wild. That's crazy to me. Just weird. I had health insurance when I had my son. My son had a stroke and he still had 120K medical debt. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, even that didn't help. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. No government will be perfect, and the U.S. is a perfect example. Ooh, I like that. I like that saying, Roxanne. I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. No government will be perfect, and the U.S. is a perfect example. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, I mean, can we work toward better? Absolutely. Wait, couldn't find dark. Are we out of coffee? How are we out of coffee, Frank? What are you doing? Oh, we don't have any. That's why. Oh my God, we're out of. I can't believe I ran out of coffee today. We're still out here on the road. This cheese. Refill. Yeah, I mean, again, I didn't want this to be preachy sounding, but I mean, sometimes topics come up. Not everybody's comfortable with political topics, but this isn't really political. It rolls into politics because it has to. It shouldn't be, though. The betterment of society should not be political, but it is. I'm going to have cheese. I swear I had cheese on one of these shelves. Eggs. Maybe it was that one? Oh, no, we have coffee in here. Frank, what are you doing? Oh, no, that's that. We are out of coffee. Am I overlooking it? You know what? We're putting it up there. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to put it up top. Yeah, there we go. Throw it up top there. Kelsey said, my husband's job provides health insurance. My husband pays $1,200 a month for our family. We have to pay $9K deductible for each or $18K for the family before anything is covered. Yeah, isn't that crazy too? I mean, that's just it's absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. You pay all this money and then you're still out $20,000 before anything's covered. That's just, it's absolutely silly. It's silly. It's silly. And you're paying $1,200 a month. Again, there's way too many donations back to the government. I don't know how to say that without anger in people. So, oh, they pay 45% in total. I got you, Carson. Okay. Had health insurance for my son. Oh, we read that one. My insurance is phenomenal. I have a maximum out of pocket each year of $6K for the whole family. I meet that every year by February. I mean, that's not terrible, man, but you got to think about people that are in households. I don't know that you make a lot of money, Gabe. I'm not asking for any of that, but I'm just saying I'm assuming that there are people out there that make less than you do, and $6K out of pocket for them would be really difficult. It would be hard for us if we had a $6K out of pocket every year that we had to pay before they covered anything. That would be crushing for us, actually. So, I mean, that is phenomenal insurance, but that's still, dude, like, average people can't afford $6K out of pocket, especially if they have ongoing medical conditions. You pay nothing but premiums each month. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. In case California, they push for EVs, and now they ran out of gas money taxes, so they're pushing to tax EVs based on the mileage. You're gonna have to somehow, you know, like when you mishandle, and I'm not going to say they do it on purpose, misappropriate or mishandle funds on purpose, but I think money is spent in the wrong places by the government on a fairly regular basis. I'm not saying I'd be any better at it, but one can make an observation without being an expert. So it's just an observation. Don't take that as me being an expert on anything. I'm terrible at everything. And I've got 3 kids under 8, like to eat themselves off of stairs and out of trees. Of course, they're kids. That's what they're gonna do. Government contractor, but considering the previous insurance where I had to pay $20K out of pocket. See, that is wild, man. There's just so many things wrong with that whole situation. So hear me out for a second, right? I don't know this would work, but I feel like this would be worth trying for about 10 years just to see if we could help out, right? We get rid of the entire tax code in the U.S. Do you guys realize how many pages the tax code is in the U.S.? I bet some of you have no idea. You're going to say like 700 pages. It is over 50,000 pages of tax code. It is ridiculous. Throw the whole thing out. Do a 10% flat tax across the board, no tax write-offs. If you're a charity, that's fine. So you have one page, you pay 10% in taxes, no tax write-offs, no way out of it. You make money, you pay 10% in taxes, period. It's going to cost a lot more money to companies. That's the point. Raising taxes on corporations is not going to do any good. They're just going to have more tax write-offs, meaning they're not going to pay anything anyway. So you can raise all this, oh, we're going to raise taxes on the corporations. They're going to pay their fair share. Yet none of that's going to happen because they're just going to have more tax write-offs. So, I mean, you're just making them write off more stuff. So just hear me out for a second, right? Get rid of everything. Flat tax, you either earn money, you pay a flat tax, or you don't. Your company, 10%. You personally, 10%. Doesn't matter. 10%. If you're a charity, you pay nothing in taxes. Churches don't pay taxes. Okay? Whatever. Leave that standing as it is. They don't pay taxes. To be fair, most churches are very charitable to people that need it. So fine, churches don't pay taxes. Any religious sects, whatever, don't pay taxes. 10% flat tax across the board for income tax. There is no self-employment tax on top of that. There's no extra this or that or whatever. Because here's what happens in the U.S. In the U.S., I'm self-employed, right? Meaning that I pay a 15% self-employment tax on top of a 15% tax for the tax bracket I'm in. So I'm paying 30% in taxes. But when you take out everything that I write off every year, I'm actually closer to about 2% of what I'm actually paying in, right? That's not cheating the government. That's just using my tax write-offs. That's it. That's what companies do. So if companies and corporations are writing off everything in taxes, they're not actually paying anything into taxes. You get rid of all that, they make $100,000, they send $10,000 to the government. That's $10,000 more dollars that they didn't have going into taxes than before. I don't know if it would work. I'm not saying it would. I don't know if we would get out of debt, but I do know one thing. There would be more stream of revenue going in than there would not be, right? 10% flat tax. This is the one thing I agree with Ted Cruz on. Oddly enough, I agree with Ted Cruz on something. Flat tax across the board, no tax write-offs, do away with it all. Charities, fine, be a charity. Religious sects, okay, cool, do your thing. Keep that as is, no taxes, whatever. I'm fine with that because regardless of what people want to think, if you're like anti-religion, then you're going to hate that statement. But I'm not anti-religion. I just don't know where I'll fall on religion. But I do know that churches do help people a lot. They are a charitable place, regardless of what you may feel about it. Most of them are very charitable. We do all of that, right? Let's see where that takes us. That may start cutting down some of the money we're spending. All right, you take all of that into consideration, and then you go, anybody that makes under $50,000 a year, or anybody, let's go with 30, what's the median income right now, 32? Anybody that makes under $30,000 a year pays 2% in tax. 2%, just 2% of your income, right? Cool, done, good. Then we go find whoever is filing for these contractors in the government level and spending $10,000 on a claw hammer, and we fire them. We get rid of them. We don't do that anymore, and we stop spending money we don't need to spend in the U.S. Then we're cool, right? We're headed in a good direction after that, I think. My opinion. Again, don't know that it would work, but I have some strong feelings on the situation if you can't tell. I have some strong feelings on it. But that's just my opinion. I think, honestly, if we went flat tax across the board, I would much rather pay a 10% tax of anything I make than have this weird tax code system where I have to do all these tax write-offs, or I don't have to. I do all these tax write-offs and stuff to get my taxable income down. All that. Corporations do it. People complain about Donald Trump not paying taxes. No, he's just using the system that's in place. He's doing exactly what everybody else is doing. They just don't tell you that. Our church runs a food drive every Friday. We feed 300 to 500 cars in 2 hours. See, that's great. And that's great. And again, I don't know where I'll fall on religion, but you're helping people, and that's what matters, right? That's what matters. I enjoy this conversation. Not often can this be talked about without someone getting upset. Yeah, I know, and it's crazy. Like, I get upset at the idea that we can't be more free market. We have to be more government controlled. Like, that just makes me angry. Because that's not true. It's not true at all. We need to lift some of the restrictions we have and let things be a little more free market. But there needs to be some regulation in place too. Like, there has to be some regulation on the openness about the information that's out there. Again, going back to the healthcare system, right? There's no transparency with the healthcare system, and that's a problem. So regulation on transparency would be fantastic, but we don't have that right now. So that would be good. It's not the contractors that are wasting the money, it's the government employees. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's find whoever is saying we will pay this much for that claw hammer, and let's get rid of them, not the contractors. The contractors are just doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're filing for the most profit they can make. And again, welcome to free market, right? But the government shouldn't be paying that. That's insane. That's crazy. They shouldn't be paying $10,000 for a claw hammer. And I forgot where there's an actual, like, you can go look up some of the government contracts that have been done with remodels and stuff, and you can find all of the prices. They're all available. And when you see how much money our government wastes, you're going to be absolutely, absolutely enraged. Because while the government sits and tells you that they care about the people and all they want to do is help the people, they're going to spend, you know, absorbent amounts of money on crap that's $10 at the hardware store. There was a hearing last month, and they were talking about the price of screws or something for an airplane. And a bag of screws was something like $200,000. Crazy. I mean, tell me that's not silly. Like, why? That's what makes me mad. Having conversations with people doesn't make me mad. That makes me mad. There's no reason for that. And you guys want me to trust that government with health care? I mean, no. No. Prove to me you can do something right, and then we can have that conversation. But no, yeah, you don't get to have this kind of conversation much without somebody losing their mind. And being able to say that I agree with Trump on things and I agree with Bernie on things is a wild concept that most people that are like heavily political could never understand. They could never grasp that concept of being able to agree with different people from totally different directions politically on topics. Case in point, my contract was not renewed by my government client. The client is now paying 3 contractors to do the same job for at least 1.5 years because they thought we were too expensive, and I'm still stuck on the contract that was not renewed. Well, I mean, see, that sucks. But again, if we want to live in a free market, capitalist society, then you've got to adjust prices to keep work, right? It sucks, but that's, you know. Bag of screws at Ace is $2. Yeah, seriously, I forgot what it was. But there was a hearing where one of the Congress people were questioning somebody at Boeing over, or some company, whatever airplane company it was, over the price of a bag of screws, and it was like $100,000 or something. I mean, it's insane. It's insane how much money is spent. And it may not even be Boeing. I don't know. Flour is too expensive. I need to change the price of the flour. Let's go do that real quick. $67.50. I'll be right back. Hang on. Which flour is too expensive? This one. Yeah, $5.50. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, I didn't mean for this stream to be all preachy and maybe kind of edgy for some people, but things are expensive and people are suffering. Like, something has got to give, man. It's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. Oh, inflation's come down. It has, but it's still way higher than it was in 2019. Way higher. Way higher. It's fine that they picked a cheaper contract, but they're still paying us to do the job, and now 2 other contractors because the government doesn't know how to manage the contract. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant they hired 3 contractors to take your place. What you're saying is they hired 2 other contractors to do the same job. Yeah, that's a waste of money, man. Again, let me ask you a question. In your household, would you have the government come in and clean, take care of your kids, buy your groceries? Would you trust the government to do that? Would you trust the government to run your company if you own a business? If you check people out at Walmart, I don't care. I don't care. Would you trust the government to come in and do that job for you and do a good enough job that you get to pay your bills at the end of the month? I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust them to run my company. Because they would price me out of everything. Inflation is a U.S. thing. It's a global thing, mostly spurred on by the Ukraine war. Yeah, well, it's spurred on by a lot of different factors. Sure, yes. I think largely the U.S. is such a vast place, and there are so many different companies here, that we could be producing way more locally sourced things than we do, which would ultimately drive down our prices for us alone, right? But now, see, now here's the bigger issue: is everybody thinks, oh well, you know, the minimum wage in our state went up, so therefore we're going to be fine. Well, all that does is make the companies charge more for their products to keep their same. Why is my OBS walking around? What are you doing, OBS? OBS is continually expanding for some reason. So now people are just going to charge more for stuff to keep their profit margin up. Like, I don't, that seems like basic economics and greed. I mean, companies are not in business to lose profit. They're not in business to cut profit margins. So, I mean, if they're having to pay out more, they're going to charge more. So on the backside, they make up the difference. I don't know why that's hard for people to understand. People just think companies are going to pay them more without charging any more for the product whatever product it is that they service, you know? And it's like, well, that doesn't make sense because then they're losing money. So of course the companies are going to charge more. So all it does is negate that raise you just got. I wouldn't trust them, but at the same time, the helpless children and elderly have to be taken care of. And of many families can't afford to do it alone. Oh, no. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. 100%. And I said a minute ago, we absolutely, if we want to do something like that, and we want to implement that in the U.S., okay, let's start with kids and elderly people. Prove to me that you can do that, right? But no, nobody's going to do that because they can't prove it. They just want to do it because feel good, right? Feel good reasons. It's talking points for politicians. That's all it is. And I don't mean one side or the other. I just mean politicians. Couldn't find any bottled water. What? Are we out of water? Oh my God, guys. I forgot. It's been like 2 days since we bought anything. Oh no, we had like 3 cases of water down here. Oh my God, we're out. We're out of water. Okay. Panic buy. Oh, purchase. Panic purchase. Let's go. Holy crap, I cannot believe we're out of water. Throw. There we go. Sheesh. We're out of stuff. Sitting here rambling, not paying attention. $2.50. There we go. I was getting paid $18 at McDonald's in California. Meals went from $7 to $12, and I was yelled at often about it. My hours were also cut in half. I'm just saying. Again, if somebody's got data to prove me wrong on companies that have upped their minimum wage from whatever the, you know, state or business minimum wage was before it went up to now, and the product not increase, then show me the data, because I haven't seen that yet. All I've seen is people are getting paid more, but products are also more expensive. We're out of powdered sugar too. Already past 9 p.m. Nothing we can do about it now. Holy crap. I have to take that phone call. I will be right back. Actually, yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I had to take it. Had to take the phone call. Let's get back. Get these people checked out. I'll catch up on chat in just a second. Let's get through this. I know, no powdered sugar. I get it. $12. There we go. My apologies, everybody, for making you wait. Especially toward the end of the stream, because we are getting pretty close to the end of the stream. I gotta go cook some rice and get it cooling, because I'm making steak fried rice tonight on my Blackstone flat top. I love that thing, by the way. Blackstone, partner with me. Send me some add-ons. Let me catch up with chat real quick, and then we'll get back to everything else. Jeffrey, what's up, buddy? How's it going? All right, so where did I get to? $18 an hour at McDonald's in California. Meals went from 7 to 12, and it was yelled at often by about it. My hours were also cut in half. Yeah, see, that's a problem. It's a problem. Serious problem. The U.S. is profiting a lot from the Ukraine war. Let me explain everything. All the ammunition and aid sent made the U.S. is providing jobs, and selling them at low cost is better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't argue with it. It's being expired. Yeah, I can't argue with that. That seems reasonable. It makes me angry that Joe Everyman gets elected to office and then leaves a multimillionaire. Why? Because he gets paid by us and lobbyists, and forgets about the everyman. I don't think it's just that, man. Like, I don't remember what the actual amount was, but Hillary Clinton charging an absorbent amount for speaking engagements, right? What? Dude, in no way, shape, or form should anybody that was made popular by being an elected official should be able to charge that much in money to go do a speaking event. I'm sorry. But you're popular because you're an elected official, not because you're some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? You haven't done anything to better society. Like, you literally just were an elected official. That's all you did. And now you're popular and you're making $500,000 a speech off of it? Come on, give me a break. That's crazy. That's crazy. No. But yeah, I'm with you, Gabe. Yeah. Joe Everyman doesn't... I think most people, man, don't identify with anybody, any elected officials, because elected officials forget when they get in and start making promises, start greasing palms and promising this and promising that, they forget where they're at. This guy's stuck, I think. We have to close the game. That's all right. We'll survive. We're almost done anyway. Close to the end of the stream, so we'll do it ourselves, Frank. You just take the rest of the night off. I was also getting paid $18 as a CNA in dementia unit, and usually ended up with overtime because no one ever wanted to show up for their shift. See, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Won't be honest. Oh, we passed the door. Is that all the salt? No, we got one more. That is all the salt, though. Oh, we got another peanut butter to put up, too. I forgot about the second shelf just because it was empty. Reading chat while I'm doing this. Right political positions are supposed to be a public servant. Yes. Yeah. And that's what too many people today don't treat politicians as what they are. They're public servants. The word servants may not be okay to hear sometimes, but that's exactly what their job is. They're a public servant. They're there to serve the public. Not themselves, not their bank accounts, the public. It's in this box. More peanut butter. We don't need peanut butter right now. Big cereal. But yeah, I just think there's way too much of that. Way too much of that. They aren't supposed to be getting paid millions. They're not, but they end up with millions. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Joe Everyman has a problem with. I'm one of those Joe Everyman. And that's what I have a problem with. Is somehow they end up worth millions of dollars. And it's crazy to me that we're okay with that. Like, just because you were elected and you're supposed to be serving the people does not mean that you have any value whatsoever outside of that position. Getting paid millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to go speak at a conference somewhere, just because you were elected doesn't qualify you for that. So really, it's not even them to blame. It's the people that, oh, he's got the T. What is going to, oh no. Take that back. I just broke my, what was supposed to be here? Flour? Or red, no, red pasta. What was supposed to be on this shelf? Oh, all that spaghetti. That's right. Yeah, now I guess I should have more of an issue with the people paying them, right? That's probably what I should have an issue with, which makes way more sense. More tea? Bring some back? No. Okay, good. But they'll end up making millions. People on the verge of bankruptcy suddenly have multiple houses after getting elected. See, that's what I'm saying, man. It's not wrong to question it, right? Some people are going to tell you that it's wrong to question it. It's not. It's not wrong to question that. It's kind of odd. Kind of odd how that happens. What is this? Bread? Let's go see if we need bread. And that's why I don't trust any of them. That's right, Gabe. Yeah, we just don't trust none of them. Stream starting soon. Yeah, phone call. My apologies. Not sure you've answered this before. So say cereal, if it's full on the shelf, one person takes it off the shelf, will the restocker restock that one item? Or will he, oh, I don't know, it's a good point. It's a good point. Let's take something that's full, like this peanut butter right here, and let's take one off the shelf. Let's go put this back. I want to see if he'll do this. He's probably already in transit for something else, so we'll let him have that. What's that up there? This cheese. Been restocked. Oil's been restocked. Eggs, maybe? Yeah, we're going to see. I took one peanut butter off the shelf and I put the box back. Let's see if he'll put it back now. Maybe he will. I don't know. More eggs. Lots of partial boxes in here. That's a problem. See what he's grabbing now. What you got? Oh, more cheese. Okay, I must have missed one. No, dang it. I don't know what was supposed to be there. I'm going to get that out of there, though. Nothing on that shelf. Nothing on that shelf. Is that cereal? It is. What is cereal doing way up there? I thought it was over here on this shelf. I got like 3 shelves of cereal. We gotta get rid of some of that. There we go. Would you rather a lady who says Hawk Tua getting paid huge money to show up for streams, get paid hundreds of thousands, or streamers get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to stream on the internet? I think there's a huge difference in those. And you're going to say, no, there's not. I think there's a huge difference in those. So the difference being that society chose to make those people popular for some sort of value, whether it be laughter, entertainment, or whatever else. What my problem is that we elect people, pay them with our tax money that we don't have a choice in paying. We're forced to pay taxes. Don't get it twisted. It's theft. They steal our money. With tax money that we are forced to pay, we then pay these people to be in office and serve people for the betterment of our society and to uphold the Constitution. That's it. That's all we're supposed to be doing. For them to take that, turn it into popularity, and then go make money on top of the government money, federal, state level, whatever, the government, the money they already make from our tax dollars, to use that position to leverage more money for their popularity is an issue. The issue is not that people have become popular. randomly from societal trends or whatever. It's that people they leverage the votes that they get from a small group of people, turn taxpayer funded positions into positions of leverage to become millionaires. That's a problem. That's a problem, right? If you go back and look, stuff like Congress was never supposed to be a salaried job. It was supposed to be more of a per diem based job, right? They were supposed to be paid on days they worked. Having a full time job and serving in Congress is perfectly doable. But we made it a full time position with salary at some point, and I don't remember when. But that was never supposed to happen. So that's a problem, right? No one's forcing these companies from paying the former elected officials, though. Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. It's not really the officials, the elected people's fault that it's happening, because companies, they ask for a specific price, and the company goes, yeah, we'll pay you that, fine. Like, that to me is silly. I don't think government officials, especially if they're in office specifically, if they're not in office anymore and they're not serving anymore, then fine, whatever, do what you want to, take $500,000 to go do speeches, whatever. But if you're currently serving and you're being paid by a company to come speak, to me, that is a conflict of interest. And if you don't see that as a conflict of interest, then I don't know how to convince you it's not, or that it is, because it should just be an obvious conflict of interest. You're an elected official being currently on taxpayer money, being paid, and now you're leveraging your taxpayer funded position in the government to get more money out of a company. That is conflict of interest, in my opinion. So I think that's my problem with it. If you currently hold office and you're leveraging your position to get more money out of companies to go do appearances, that's a problem, in my opinion. Because you're already being paid by the taxpayers to do exactly what you're going to do, to speak and to show people what you can accomplish. So you should not be getting paid extra for that. I think people just value the government way too much. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. How'd we do today? Probably not good. Oh, actually we did really well, yeah. $1,000 to the good. That's awesome. But yeah, you're right. Nobody's forcing the companies to pay it, but I don't think it should be acceptable, period, that that people in government are able to, while they're on taxpayer-funded dime, to go leverage companies to make millions of dollars. That just seems crazy. All right, pasta oil, something is down in price. What was it? Blue flour is down. Pasta, okay. Pasta and oil, is that right? Oil? I think that was it. $5.18. Heck yeah. Okay. Blue pasta is down in price. There we go. Athletes aren't taxpayer funded, though. I don't care about athletes. Yeah, I don't care about athletes. Again, Jeffrey, I think you're conflating everybody that does speeches and gets paid millions of dollars. Specifically, people who are currently being paid by our tax dollars, being able to do specifically go do appearances and be paid hundreds of thousands of dollars by companies is insane. In no world does that make sense. Even with elected officials leave, they still get money from us for life. Is that true for all? That's not true for Congress and the Senate, is it? I thought that was only true for presidents and vice presidents. I could be wrong. Oh, well, that's a whole different conversation, Jeffrey. If you want to have that conversation too, I'll just make this one simple. No tax dollars ever should go to private companies, right? NFL, private company. NBA, private businesses. Taxpayer money should not be funding those, period. I do not care about the cost of the venues. I do not care if they can't build a new one. Don't care. If it's not generating enough revenue, it should fail, period. There are several car companies in the U.S. that should not exist anymore. They should have gone out of business. What happened? The government used our taxpayer money to fund them. Absolutely not. Let them fail. Do not care. Let them fail. So, yeah, let's keep that simple. Private businesses absolutely have no business being funded by taxpayer dollars. Period. Don't care. Do not care. So, yeah, again, we're still conflating two topics here. You can hold the opinion that NFL stadium shouldn't be built with taxpayer dollars. I don't care how much it increases the revenue in the area. I don't care. Do not care. They should absolutely not be using taxpayer funds to fund that. That's not the same situation as electing somebody to office to serve the people and then them using that to leverage speaking engagements that pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not the same thing. Two different topics. I'm not okay with either one of them. Trump was made a disconnect from his personal businesses when going into and being in office, but others can go do side gigs. I mean, so that's one of those that I absolutely agree with the way it's set up, right? That presidents, if they own businesses, should absolutely have to disconnect while they're in office. Because it's real easy to leverage your power to increase your, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, 100% on board with that. But you're right, it shouldn't negate the fact that you can charge for speaking engagements while you're a sitting elected official. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not okay with either one. So I'm also not okay with taxpayer funds going to sports ball of any sort, of any sort. So I mean, again, there's lots of things that need to change, right? And there's two major parties in the U.S., but there's like 11 or 12 other parties other than those two. Maybe more, maybe 15 other parties. I don't know. And I think all of them have some good points at some point in their arguments, right? So you can take a little bit from if you dig into every party, you can take a little bit from all of it. But the libertarians, I think, are the closest to probably where I stand on a lot of stuff, because smaller government would be better, period. Because the federal government, like last year, I think one of the Congress people were talking about, oh, they only passed 11 laws or whatever because Republicans blocked them or something. It's like, why are you so concerned with passing more laws? Your only job sworn into office was uphold the Constitution. That was it. That's it. That was your only job. You're sworn in, protect the Constitution. That's it. Uphold, protect. That's it. Serve the people. Your job is not to make more laws. Your job is strictly to uphold the Constitution. So, yeah. So your contention is elected officials doing speaking engagements while in office, and when their term is up? No, when their term is done, I mean, I don't care. You know, I mean, let's be honest. Most elected officials disappear when their term's up. No, nobody cares. Nobody talks about them anymore. Nobody cares. My point is that they leverage while they're in office to go do speaking engagements, right? That leaves way too much room for corruption. All right, say this. Say that you're in a high position, elected position in a state, and you're currently in office, you currently have some power, you can sway some things in favor of that business, right? The business then pays you $200,000 to come do a 15-minute speaking engagement, right? We can't prove or disprove that $200,000 was just a payoff to get some regulations swung in that business's favor, right? Like, that's a problem. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but it's a problem because we can't we can't prove a negative either. We can't prove that it didn't happen. So there should be no openness to fraud, right? We should just shut that down. After you're out of office, you may have some ties with somebody, put in a good word, whatever, but you don't actively have the power to sway things in somebody's favor. So no, after you're out of office, I don't care. I thought you had an issue with them doing it with their terms up. No, I think companies, so that goes back to the company part of it. I think companies are crazy that pay people an absorbent amount of money to come do speaking events regardless. Not that people aren't worth time, but if you're paying that person just because they were an elected official 10 years ago, to me that seems crazy. Like, what intrinsic value do they have at the moment for you and whoever they're talking to? None, basically. They're just at that point they're a celebrity. Like, I wouldn't pay Brad Pitt, $200,000 to come sing at my birthday because I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. I 100% agree. While in office, they shouldn't do engagement for funds. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that there's fraud going on. I'm just saying it leaves that door open to where we can't say there is or there isn't because we don't know. We don't know. So those funds should be paid back to the country. I mean, I think if they're gonna be on a salary and not be on a per diem day rate where they get paid for days worked, especially for sitting Congress members, then if they have speaking engagements to go do, their travel should probably be funded, taxpayer funded, and then their food should be taxpayer funded because that's a working day, right? And that should be it. They're already on salary. They shouldn't make any extra money for that. That's part of their job. So I agree they should disconnect because you're correct. If there's a conflict of interest, speaking engagements, just event showing face are the same thing to me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I should do a podcast. I've talked about it for years. I think there's enough people doing divisive political commentary that somebody in the middle would just get hammered from every side. And I would be that person. I would just get hammered from every point of view. There's no good out for somebody that doesn't agree with anybody. So companies, I think, pay to tell stories. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they pay for their life experience, right? They paid for them to share their life experience with their people. That's basically it. But again, while in office, though, it's just there's too much room for nefarious stuff there. And not saying anybody's doing it at all. I don't have any proof that anybody's done it. I'm not saying that's what it's being used for, but it could certainly be suggested that it could be done, right? It could be a possibility. So I think that's a no-go. But yeah, I mean, again, if the company wants to spend money on that, then whatever. After they're out of office, I think that's fun. But if they're currently an active sitting member of any elected seat, then in no way, shape, or form should they be paid to go do a speaking engagement. To me, if you're going to do a speaking engagement, that's a public service, and that's what your job is a public servant. So, I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Also, nobody, Senate, Congress, higher ups, nobody in any of those positions should be able to actively trade stocks. Sorry, there's way too much room for that too. Absolutely not. If you're going to be a public servant, there are certain things about your life you would have to give up. And I think that's one of them. Absolutely. Well, this has been a weird episode, but I'm going to have to call it there because I do have to go. I've got to go cook some rice and then get it cooling. And then I got to do my farm sim stream, which I'll be back for in about an hour. I'm probably going to be slightly late today because I got to get the rest of this done. But, yeah. Yeah, but no, Jeffrey, I think we probably agree on a lot of that. And if you had other opinions, I would probably agree with a lot of your opinions too. But I think there's probably things that we're all going to disagree on slightly, but I think a lot of stuff we'll probably agree on. And I think that's most people. I think a lot of people probably agree on a lot of topics. But for everybody that's on one side or the other, right, of the two major parties, they just look at the other side and go, oh, well, you're voting for that guy, so I can't agree with you. You know, that doesn't make sense to me. I've never understood the tribal argument between political parties. It's like, what if we can just say that I agree with Trump on a few things, I agree with Bernie Sanders on a few things, which is totally opposite ends of the spectrum. Not really, because Trump was a Democrat for years and donated to Hillary's campaign in 2012. Don't tell anybody. But, you know, that was pretty public knowledge. But, you know, it's like I can see certain topics agreeing, like Ted Cruz, I agree on the flat tax rate, simplifying the tax code, you know, that kind of stuff. Bernie wants corporations to pay their fair share. Well, that's how you do it, is you get rid of all the extras, do a low flat tax rate. So, I mean, you know, I can pull a little bit from everybody and agree with them on certain things. So I can even find something to agree with AOC on. Political violence is never okay. Absolutely. She said something else in the hearings, too, that I agreed with, and I can't remember what it was. It wasn't just a blanket statement like that. It was something specific that I agreed with. I agree with everything said. I just thought you had an issue with them doing engagements once they're out. No, once you're out of office, you're no longer in a position of power. You're not an elected official anymore. You're a former elected official, and again, you may still have contacts or whatever. You can subvert stuff that way, but I think it would be a lot less likely to happen. So no, absolutely, if you're out of office, it's your personal life. Do what you want to. So yeah, and maybe I said that to start with, but that's not what I meant. I meant that while you're an elected official, you know. Presidents, I'm not sure though. I think we should have a special criteria for presidents. I mean, president is the only elected position that has term limits, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe they should be disqualified from accepting money because they get paid an annual salary the rest of their life for doing speaking engagements, because the sole purpose of having that person there is because they're a president. Or as people are forcing now, the former president. I always referred to if I referred to him in an official capacity, President Clinton, President Obama, President Trump. I don't say former president because that's weird, but they're always once president, always president kind of deal. But anyway, yeah, former presidents are paid annual salaries from our tax money, even after out of office. So they're still, anytime they're in public, they're operating on the fact that they're a former president. So I think that should be one of those limitations, right? You don't get to make money off speaking engagements if you were a former president, because you're already being paid by the citizens every year. You get the same salary. So I don't know. That one could be discussed. But either way, that's going to do it. I appreciate you guys. If for some reason you've made it through this entire thing, let me know your thoughts on all the topics down below. There was a lot to talk about. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you next time. Have a great morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Later, folks.